And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for the return of Season 2, Episode 1 of Legion. That's right, Legion fans, it's back. Finally, I was waiting for this show to come back. When I first saw the first season, I was like, an X-Men show? Yes, please. And that show got so trippy and so awesome at the same time. It was great. Now, if you don't remember what the character Legion is, if you're new to this, Legion is David is the son of Charles Xavier that he doesn't know about, and he's basically one of the most powerful psychics all over the entire world. Maybe one of the most powerful mutants out there. So now we're on season 2. So before we begin with that, let's get back to a little recap of season 1. So in season 1, David and his team had to basically fight the Shadow King, which is basically another ego of him that came out and basically is now more powerful than him, and was trying to banish David for existence. That didn't work. Shadow King escaped, did his own thing, and he left. Okay? But yet he still had a psychic connection to David, and David was able to track him. All of a sudden, he was about to, have a happy little moment with his girl. And then, of course, he gets absorbed by some weird orb-looking thing, and it ends right there. Now, in the new season, it kind of picks up where we find David again. And, he feels fine, and he still has his powers. He's still, doing his thing. But he still has, like, these weird flashbacks, like, what's going on? Because to him, he thought he was gone maybe a day or a week. Apparently, he's been gone, I think they said, 3 days? 3 years? Maybe a year, officially? I can't remember which one was it. It was one of those two. So, he's all confused. His girlfriend was telling him that, yeah, you left me. I don't know why you left me and all that stuff. She was freaking out because she didn't know what happened to him. And he, for like I said, David, to him, he thought he was only gone for like maybe a day or two, or maybe a week. And he thought the team was looking for him, and apparently they've been looking for him, but they couldn't find him. So, and then they find out that they're still looking for the Shadow King. They got a new organization called Sector 13, where they're working to try to find the Shadow King and stop him before he does any more damage than he already does. Because right now the Shadow King's looking for a new body to go into. Because apparently he just hops into other bodies temporarily. Man, like I said, when you want to talk about trippy, I had to watch the show twice just to remember what it was. Just to remember, how crazy and out there this show was. And it's great. It doesn't if you get a little confused with it and you think you find it a little slow, that's okay, because, if you want to really watch it, you really have to pay attention to it, because it feels like a moving picture. Like, if you stand in a chair tied up and the picture is moving to you, like, really rapid fast, that's how the show is to me. But if you sit down and you watch it, you understand, and especially if you're an X-Men fan, and you see, like, these certain little Easter eggs that they have, like, they kind of reference a little bit of Mr. Sinister. I was like, wait, what? Like, his organization and stuff. That was cool. But yeah. There was this one scene where David is inside this machine. Was supposed to be, like, kind of like paying homage to maybe, like, Cerebro. There's, like, a big orb thing that he lays into because it's water. So, he's in there, naked, of course. So he's in there concentrating, trying to figure out, like, how to see if he can try to track down the Shadow King. And then he ends up finding, like, other people that he knows, and then having a breakdance battle. That was pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, great episode for the first one. So let's see what happens moving forward with this season. I mean, this season, for all I know, could be horrible. Could be even better than the first season, because that first season was great. A little slow in the beginning, but when it picked up, man, that thing was like a roller coaster. This one probably the same way. Hopefully. I just hope it's a great roller coaster where you're watching it and it intrigues you and you're like, wow, that was awesome. But who knows? Maybe this season will be horrible and maybe they won't even make it season 3. I mean, I still have Gifted. I'm waiting for Gifted to come back too, but Legion, that's a whole nother universe. This show, like I said, is very trippy. I mean, and awesome at the same time. But I like the first season a lot. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in this season. So far, so good. So, yeah, like I said, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it if you guys watch it. And if you've never seen it, I highly recommend watching the first season. Like I said, it's a little slow in the beginning, but once it picks up and you really understand what's going on with this character, David, and understand who he is, then you like watching and like, wow. And then you have a whole new respective line for watching the X-Men movies, because when you see this character and you're like, does he fit in this movie universe? Because apparently this show and The Gifted, they all tie into the movie universe, which is so cool. But they don't really mention each other. Little hints there. That's it. But it's great. It's not exactly like Marvel does it with, every 5 minutes they have a mention of certain characters. But yeah, it's great. Give it a chance. If you don't like it, that's cool. But yeah. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Thank you very much and have a good day.